this video, we want to demonstrate testing and troubleshooting twisted pair cabling solutions. So in a previous demonstration, we showed you how to wire a patch panel. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and test. We have a scenario where a user has said that they cannot connect to the local network. So let's go ahead and start our troubleshooting. One of the first things that we want to do is we want to go to the user's end station, and we went ahead and we ruled out, let's go ahead and put this out there, we've ruled out that it isn't the computer. The computer is working just fine because from another location, the computer can connect to the local network. So when we go over to the faceplate where the drop cable is plugged into the back of the computer, what we want to do is we want to ensure, first of all, that the cable that is connected to the back of the computer is valid and works. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to pull out our LAN media tester here, and what we're going to do is we're going to plug one side of the drop cable into this side of the media tester, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll plug the other side of the cable media tester in here. And what we're going to do is we will turn the LAN media tester on, and what we want to see is we want to find out, do we see the lights go in a sequential order? And it's testing all of the pins and conductors within the cable, and we see that this drop cable is not the issue, and it is just fine. So the next thing that we're going to do is we want to go over and we want to test the faceplate out. And we can test the faceplate out. Keep in mind that the cables that you see here, they just actually run inside of the wall, and we're just demonstrating this here. And then we have the faceplate. So now we've got to test the faceplate, and in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our drop cable, we're going to plug it into the port on the wall jack that would be near the station, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug that into this end of the cable tester, and we'll go ahead and we'll leave that right there. Now at this point, what we have to do is we have to go to the patch panel and we have to locate the appropriate port that we want to test. In this case, we're testing port 14 here, and then on the front of the switch, since we've labeled them and we have proper labeling here, we're going to test IT 14, and that's floor 1, port 14. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our patch cable, we will plug this in to that port, and then we're going to run the other end of this cable. We're going to plug it back into the other side of the LAN tester, the cable tester, and we're going to turn this on. And what we want to see is that the lights go, oops, I'm going to turn that around so you can see it there. Notice that the lights are going in sequential order. That's what we expect to see. That's what we want to see. So we can see that this port from the faceplate all the way into the back of the switch or the patch panel is working appropriately. Now, the port that's in question is the port over here, port 15. So I'm going to turn off the cable tester, and we're going to move this over to port 15, and we're going to test 15. Now, we have left the drop cable into the other side of the media tester, and then we would go into the server closet, our telecommunications closet, and we take the patch cable, and we're just going to move this over to port 15, and then we're going to rerun that test. Make sure we put that right side up so you can see it. And we're going to turn this on, and what we want to see is sequential lights. And one of the first things that you're going to notice is the lights are not going sequentially. So now we have to inspect, and we'll go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. We found out that there is something wrong with the wiring inside of the walls going from the faceplate by the workstation to the back of the patch panel. So we have to turn over the patch panel and kind of inspect what's happening. And one of the things that I can see right away is that while on the patch panel, it says that this is 568A. If I look at the color coding here, I can see in the orange locations, it's actually the green conductors, which tells me somebody wired this for 568B on this side, but then on the faceplate, when it goes through the wall down by the workstation, and the faceplate is actually wired as 568A. So we have a standards mismatch here. In order to solve this problem, what we need to do is we need to rewire the back of the patch panel to have 568A on the back of the patch panel and 568B likewise, or 568A on the back of the faceplate. So A to A inside of our cabling in our walls in order to fix this problem. And this has been a demonstration of how to test and troubleshoot Twisted Pair Cabling Solutions.